Hello friends, welcome to Lukman IAS. Today we are going to have the Hindu analysis of 5th June 2021. Before starting today's lecture, let me tell you that we are also addressing some of the doubts, questions raised by the students. As it is one-way communication, the videos are being recorded, there is no two-way communication, conversation going on with students. Many students find it difficult to understand the issues that we are discussing in detail. Many of you may be starting the preparation just now for this examination. So for those students, you can ask the questions in the comment box of the video, and we are having the follow-up. Surely in the coming lecture, we will try to address your doubt and question. Fine. Let us see which are the important articles from today's The Hindu newspaper. Yes. So these are the mains related and these are the prelims related developments. Let us try to take overview first of all these articles. First article, saving biodiversity, securing Earth's future. So on page number 6 editorial page, this particular article is having the context of today's 5th June date, that is World Environment Day. World Environment Day. We will talk about this World Environment Day here in prelims part separately. So this is the context, and saving biodiversity, securing Earth's future. The context here, the writer is talking about the significance of preserving biodiversity for future generation, present and future generation. This is important from environment perspective, GS3 paper. Then next, again, time to limit global warming is melting away. So again, context of the article, it is talking about different aims, goals to reduce this global warming or climate change. What are the different actions, in which areas the actions are required? The article is talking about this aspect here, again on page number 6. CBSE, Central Board of Secondary Education, introduces coding, data sciences as modules. So this is important reform undertaken by the CBSE regarding, let's say, educational reform. We can say GS2 paper, human resource development in education aspect, and then essay paper also. Why this particular coding and these aspects are brought as a reform, as they are in line with National Education Policy 2020. We will look into all these aspects from GS2 paper, HRD part. We will take input here. Then for prelims examination, 17 cases of use of chemical weapons by Syria, Organization for Prohibition of Chemical Weapons. This particular organization that we have to understand and take input in detail, basics about this organization, which is implementing body for Chemical Weapons Convention. Okay, next, INS Sandhayak decommissioned. So yes, many such naval vessels. This is important from defense technology perspective, science and technology, important for our prelims examination. Then basics about World Environment Day on 5th June that today we are observing. So what is this year theme, background, when it was started, why 5th June, all these aspects are important for our examination, prelims examination. Okay, and lastly, COVID-19 related developments that we are having follow up on day-to-day basis. Daily prelims MCQs for practice purpose that we are solving on today's current affairs, and important captions and quotations that can be used in your mains examination, GS as well as essay paper. Let us go into details of all these articles. First article, saving biodiversity, securing Earth's future. So let us try to understand what the writer is talking about. The context is World Environment Day, 5th June. Okay, and the writer is talking about the significance or importance of biodiversity conservation and preservation. Let us try to understand the significance of biodiversity first. First thing, we need to understand that biodiversity ensures food for all, food security, very important. Second aspect, the economic services provided by biodiversity, including, we can say, tourism, then we can say 5 F's, fodder, fuel, fertilizer, all these things we know about this, right? So food, fodder, fuel, fertilizers, basically these are important inputs or services provided by biodiversity. Along with that, we have to also understand that many of the medicinal drugs and vaccines, all these, so they were developed because of there is enough biodiversity. So economic services, then we can understand the environmental services. Environmental services, you can write down here: clean air, water, soil, or other such resources, land. So yes, environmental services very important, biogeochemical cycles and other aspects here involved. So environmental services, the biodiversity ensures that some kind of, let's say, protection is given to protection from natural disasters, for example pandemics, floods. So all these aspects are important, right? So how we are protected from the floods? For example, if we are talking about the mangroves protect from tsunami waves and the cyclone surges. If we are talking about the eastern coast of India, very important, let's say, ecosystem, mangroves, and the biodiversity that we are having at ecosystem level, very important for protecting us from such disasters, right? So these are the services. Along with that, the physical and mental well-being, not only environmental but also spiritual and cultural services, right? So from ancient times, India, the spiritual aspect, when we visit our environment, a serene beauty that we observe, the aesthetics of the nature, many of us go for trekking or seek to visit the natural places. We get some kind of rejuvenation after visiting that natural places, mental well-being, right? So physical as well as mental well-being, this is ensured. So that's why we need to have biodiversity preservation and conservation. Now what is happening at present is, if we are talking about some of the facts regarding India, first thing you need to know that 8% of total world's biodiversity in India. Okay, we know that basics about biodiversity, right? Biodiversity is biological diversity, basically such kind of diversity that is observed first at gene level, so genetic diversity. Second, if we are talking about species, at species level, species diversity, and at ecosystem level, ecosystem diversity. There are three levels, or we can say at these three levels the diversity can be observed. So they are, all of them are important and part of biodiversity, right? So yes, the variety of species, variety of genetic structure, variety of ecosystems that are observed over a particular geographic region, this ensures biological diversity, right? Yes, this is 8%. So yes, India covers around 2.4 geographical region or territory area wise of the world, and supports 8% of total world's biodiversity. This is important fact. Second important fact is that out of total 36 biodiversity hotspots, 4 lies in India, or part of 4 regions lies in India. Okay, now which are these? You need to be aware about these also. 4 biodiversity hotspot. Already in prelims examination question has been asked. These 4: first, Western Himalayas, second, or Western and Eastern Himalayas, then we have Northeastern Hills, then we have Western Ghats, okay, and Andaman and Nicobar Island. Andaman and Nicobar Islands. These are the 4 biodiversity hotspot. Much of the species diversity is located in these 4 biodiversity hotspot. We can understand this is very important aspect, and we have one of the mega biodiverse country. India is one of the mega biodiverse country. So in this manner the facts should be written that India supports such kind of huge wide biodiversity. Now what happened here is that there is decline in biodiversity. There is decline in biodiversity because of various reasons. Because of various reasons. First you can write down here, yes, deforestation, or we can say second, habitat destruction, fragmentation, habitat fragmentation, habitat destruction. The third aspect you can talk about environmental pollution, both air, water, soil pollution also you can write down here. Then fourth aspect, decline in biodiversity, we can talk about the wildlife poaching, illegal trade, right. So you need to be aware about the reasons for decline in biodiversity. Then fifth, very important, again man-made aspect, invasive species, introduction of invasive species through man-made activities. Introduction of invasive species, they wipe out the indigenous species to some extent because these species are more stronger and compete with the indigenous species for food and other such inputs, and grow at larger scales, reproduce at larger scale, and wipe out the indigenous species. This is how the biodiversity is reduced. So these are 5 important reasons for reduction of biodiversity, we can say. Fine. Okay. Now let us try to understand the context of pandemic. Pandemic has exposed the dysfunctional relationship between humanity and nature. So here we have to understand the major reason behind the pandemic, that man-animal boundaries have been breached, or we can say that entering into wildlife habitat. This interference has resulted into many such pools of viruses entering into human habitations, infections to humans. In last 1 or 2 decades, such kind of zoonotic diseases have increased. And this shows the present COVID-19 pandemic being the zoonotic disease, or to some extent kind of origin from the animals. At present the established fact is that is from bats, right. So such coronavirus or such zoonotic diseases, earlier we have seen the different kind of zoonotic diseases like SARS virus was there, or the Ebola virus was there, Nipah virus was there, right. So basically they shows the increasing trend of zoonotic diseases because of dysfunctional relationship between humanity and nature. So yes, as a way forward, we have to take an input here, National Mission on Biodiversity and Human Well-being. So in 2018, PM STIAC Prime Minister, Science, Technology and Innovation Advisory Council, in collaboration with MOEFCC, that is Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change, approved this National Mission on Biodiversity and Human Well-being in 2018. So writer is saying that this mission is going to be a very important step in dealing with such kind of pandemics in future and biodiversity preservation. How? Let us try to understand that aspect. National Mission on Biodiversity and Human Well-being. Yes. So yes, this is going to help us in ecosystem restoration activities. Ecosystem restoration activities, for example, suppose there is soil degradation, desertification, the restoration of that ecosystem, such efforts will be taken. Then there is mitigation efforts to reduce the impact of climate change induced events like global warming or frequent cyclonic activities. So mitigation measures will be undertaken under this mission. Then we can also talk about the One Health mission, sub-mission under this mission, One Health approach. This is integrating, we can say, human health with environment, soil, wildlife, right. So basically this is being integrated under this One Health program. This is going to be a very important approach in dealing with the future pandemics that we may experience and prepare to deal with that pandemic, right. So along with that, they also focus on, or we through this mission we will be also ensure achieving of targets under Convention on Biological Diversity, first thing. Second thing is that Sustainable Development Goals. How? For example, the socio-economic well-being is ensured. These restoration activities as well as the preservation, biodiversity conservation activities like nature tourism or sustainable tourism, all these activities will ensure the livelihood support, employment, especially in rural areas, and this is going to ensure the economic well-being. Along with that, the poverty elevation, social economic well-being is going to ensure that we are achieving the sustainable development goals and targets under these goals. This is how we have to write about this national mission for biodiversity and human well-being. What kind of question we are expecting here? Preserving biodiversity is directly relevant to the social, economic and environmental well-being of our people. Just now we talked about the services which are provided by the biodiversity, social, economic, environmental, write in a structured manner. Even in essay paper, structure is very important, right. So yes, in this context, explain the importance of National Mission on Biodiversity and Human Well-being. So this is now gaining very importance because of this COVID-19 pandemic. This mission is going to get more highlight in near future. Essay topic, the title of this article itself makes a good essay topic, Saving Biodiversity, Securing Earth's Future. right? Saving biodiversity, securing Earth's future. So try to attempt such essay paper. Just now we discussed enough amount of, let's say, content regarding this essay topic. You can elaborate, go on elaborate and write a very good essay on this topic. So try to attempt writing these essays. Fine? Okay. Now moving on to next article. The time to limit global warming is melting away. So the context again is of World Environment Day, 5th June, right. Along with that, the writer is talking about how to reduce global warming. Now the context here is that COP26, that is going to happen in Glasgow, UK this year in 2021 November month, in November month 2021, and the countries who are going to, let's say, focus on this COP, UK along with India, US. So basically they are focusing on more and more actions towards climate change, reducing the impact of climate change. So let us try to understand. First thing is that writer is providing India has strong record of tackling climate change. First you have to understand the steps taken by the government of India towards dealing with this climate change. For example, first you can write down the ambitious target of 450 gigawatt, ambitious target of 450 gigawatt electricity by 2030 from renewable energy sources. Second, you can talk about the leading role played by India in International Solar Alliance, ISA, and third, you can talk about Coalition for Disaster Resilient Infrastructure. Okay, CDRI. This is ISA. Along with that, how India is progressing towards nationally determined, right. So the commitments that we are having towards Paris Summit, the role played by India to sign this Paris Agreement is also recognized all over the world, right. So intended nationally determined contributions, INDCs, India is on path. India is one of the country in the G20 to have the right path to achieve these INDCs before time. Such kind of achievements are there, you need to mention about them whenever we are talking positives in climate change action by India. Now further, what actions are needed? So urgent action required around 4 key goals to in this climate change action plan. Which are these 4 areas? First thing is that to keep the 1.5 degrees Celsius within reach globally, we need to reach net zero by the middle of this century. First thing. Okay, so the concept that many countries like US, European Union, China, right, so they have announced net neutrality, or we can say the net zero emissions, not net neutrality, net zero emissions to be achieved by the middle of this century, net zero emissions. And there is some kind of pressure that India should also announce such ambitious targets, right. So, this is one area that the major economies responsible for emissions, they should focus on this. The second aspect is protect people and nature from worst effects of climate change. So, this requires adaptation and mitigation measures. Adaptation and mitigation measures. Right. So, this will help to reduce the impact of the climate change on the people as well as nature, right. So, this is the second goal. And third, developed countries to deliver $100 billion they promised annually to support developing countries. So, the finance, we can say that finance and technology transfer also. Technology transfer. This is very important aspect of climate change action plan or negotiations at international level. So, finance and technology transfer from developed countries to developing countries. And fourth, they must work together to deliver on these goals, that is international cooperation. International cooperation. This is very important. We can understand that US now willing to join back this Paris climate deal. This is going to be very helpful, especially for this finance and technology transfers to the developing countries to ensure the adaptation and mitigation measures as well as reduce the emissions from the economic activities in these countries. So, yes, in this manner we should focus that in these four areas there are needs, or there is need of efforts from international or different countries, right. So, yes, essay topic, the time to limit global warming is melting away. Again, the topic, the name of the topic or this article itself can be essay topic directly, right. So, GS3 paper, environment, climate change, global warming, the important topic, especially in GS3 paper, as well as we can say those who are having geography optional subject, this is also very important for them. Okay. Now, CBSE introduces coding data sciences as modules, right. So, new course at the coding and data sciences as skill modules in its curriculum this year in collaboration with software giant Microsoft, right. So, this is in accordance with National Education Policy 2020, which recommended the introduction of coding related activities from middle school level, and also called for increased integration of variety of skills into school syllabus. Now, this is a good educational reforms in that you can talk about curriculum reforms. Right. So, why this particular reform is important in future, what we are going to observe is we are having Industrial Revolution 4.0, right. So, fourth industrial revolution, indirectly we can say, it revolves around the technologies like Internet of Things, artificial intelligence, data processing, data mining, or yes, then we are having the areas like machine learning is there, yes. So, these areas, they are going to be future areas wherein more and more economic growth, industrial development is going to happen, and therefore, we need to have skilled workforce in India for this purpose, At the same time, when such kind of activities from middle school level, when they are integrated, those students who are having interest, let me tell you that many of my relatives, they are also, actually their children, they are also learning about this coding. Such kind of, let's say, private institutes are already providing some basic knowledge, and those programs are already available for the children for coding purpose. Now this gives the opportunity for the children to take this career future in, after 12th standard, or let's say after graduation, and they can develop the expertise in these fields. So skilling of the workforce in these areas is very important, because our economy, or we can say we are shifting towards this industrial revolution 4.0 that the world is going to experience in near future. So we need to also have such a skilled workforce. In this respect, this curriculum reform is a very good initiative of the government. Fine? Okay. Now 17 cases of use of chemical weapons by Syria. So this Organization for Prohibition of Chemical Weapons, this has found Syria of guilty and told the UNSC that its experts have investigated 77 allegations against Syria and concluded that 17 cases of chemical weapons were likely or definitely used in Syrian civil war. So yes, now basics about this Organization for Prohibition of Chemical Weapons. This is international organization's implementing body for Chemical Weapons Convention, which entered into force in April 1997. This is different from Biological Weapons Convention. This is Chemical Weapons Convention, right? So yes, implementing body, then we can say that this was awarded Nobel Peace Prize in 2013 for its work. Then it has power to send inspectors to signatory countries to search for evidence of production of banned chemicals, but it is not special, we can say specialized agency of United Nations, right? All 193 parties of Chemical Weapons Convention are automatically members of this body. Other states which are eligible to become members of UN member states, they can also become member. They are eligible to become member. In April 2021, Syria was stripped of its voting rights at this body after Syrian forces were found to have repeatedly used poisonous gases during Syrian civil war. This is the context that we are talking here. Fine. So basics: not specialized agency, 193 members, Nobel Peace Prize in 2013. Yes, its headquarters is located in Hague, Netherlands. So international bodies headquarters match the following type of question. Prepare for such kind of MCQs. Fine. Next, INS Sandhayak decommissioned. So this particular naval vessel, this is specialized naval vessel for purpose of hydrographic survey. Hydrographic survey ship of Indian Navy, Sandhayak. This is decommissioned now after 40 years of service. This was built at Garden Ridge Shipbuilders, Kolkata. In 1981 it was commissioned, and in addition to this task, hydrographic survey, the ship has been also active participant in many significant operations like Operation Pawan, assisting Indian peacekeeping forces in Sri Lanka 1987, Operation Sarong and Operation Rainbow, like rendering humanitarian assistance post 2004 tsunami, participated in maiden joint Indo-US let's say defense exercise Tiger Triumph, right. So this is Sandhayak, INS Sandhayak decommissioned now at Visakhapatnam. Fine. Yes, World Environment Day that we are talking today, 5th June, we are celebrating World Environment Day. Yes, this 5th June, why 5th June? Because in 1972, from 5th June to 16th June, this United Nations Stockholm Conference on Human Environment, Stockholm Conference on Human Environment was convened. For the first time, environmental issues at world level were discussed by the different UN members. So that's why we are celebrating this 5th June as World Environment Day. UN takes this as an opportunity for spreading the awareness on environmental issues like marine pollution, human overpopulation, global warming, sustainable consumption and wildlife crime. Now this year's theme, so for the first time it was observed in 1974 with the theme Only One Earth. This year in 2021 the theme is Reimagine, Recreate, Restore. Reimagine, Recreate, Restore. This year it will be hosted by Pakistan. Okay, actually there is tradition evolved since 1987 that each country or different cities will host the different activities every year on this theme. On this occasion, UN Decade of Ecosystem Restoration will be also launched. You need to remember this is going to be the Decade of Ecosystem Restoration, and that's why the word restore. That's why the word restored in this theme. Try to use the linkages in your examination. You may not remember exactly, so you can use the linkages. You may remember this is UN Decade of Ecosystem Restoration. So you can understand, or a kind of logic can be used. Restore, it can be theme, right? Okay, so this is World Environment Day, 5th June. Now COVID-19 related developments, let us try to take some follow up. Yes, recently one study has revealed that variant Delta, this B16172, the most pervasive variant of coronavirus in India, constituted nearly 3 in 4 breakthrough infections in Delhi. What are breakthrough infections? Breakthrough infections are instances of people testing positive for the virus after getting vaccinated. After getting vaccinated, that is called as breakthrough infections. Okay. So yes, according to the research study by the scientists in Delhi, the variant was also characterized by the high transmissibility, accelerated surge of infections in Delhi, right. Then regulator, Drug and Controller General of India has granted permission to Serum Institute of India to manufacture Sputnik COVID-19 vaccine in India for examination, test and analysis with certain conditions. This is good development for ramping up further, we can say, manufacturing of these vaccines in India. Okay, so this variant Delta variant of coronavirus is now most dominant one in India. It has 12 mutations in its spike protein compared to SARS-CoV-2, which was first discovered in Wuhan. Okay, 12 mutations have happened to this original virus now, up till now. Okay, so in 1 year we have seen this 12 mutations to this virus. Okay, this variant high transmissibility, it appeared to be more ACE2, this receptor, okay, enzymes aiding the entry of coronaviruses around these mutations that are characterized the variant. Okay, so study by Public Health England showed that Pfizer and AstraZeneca vaccines were only 33% effective against symptomatic disease from this variant 3 weeks after first dose, whereas they were 50% effective against B117. Okay, this is how we have to understand the present vaccines are not much effective against this new variant, and this is a cause of concern. There will be future such mutations, but before that the vaccines needs to be tweaked, and these mutations should be considered accommodated for the new vaccine, and further new vaccines may be rolled out in near future also. Okay, so yes, this is the new information that we are getting from the research. Practice prelims MCQs from today's developments. Let us try to solve this. Let me give you some time to solve this. Yes. So let us solve this question. Consider the following statements about organization of prohibition of chemical weapons. So many times UPSC may not give the full form of this organization. You need to understand the short forms, acronyms for all these organizations, international forums, right? So yes, it is implementing body for biological weapons convention. You have to identify incorrect statements. Incorrect statement. Yes, this is incorrect. This is not for biological, rather chemical weapons convention. Chemical weapons convention that entered into force in 1997. 1997. Yes, it has headquarter located in Hague, Netherlands. This is correct statement. And it is specialized agency of United Nations. No, this is not specialized agency. There is collaboration, but this is not specialized agency of United Nations. So incorrect statements 1 and 3. So answer should be D here. The answer should be D. Now, next question. Try to solve this. Yes, let us try to solve this question, find the correct answer. Yes, we are talking about World Environment Day. We have to find the correct statements, right? So it was established in Rio Earth Summit 1992. This is incorrect statement. This was not established in Rio Earth Summit. Here you need to remember Rio Earth Summit, right, 1992. Rather here we have to understand it was established in Stockholm Convention. Stockholm Convention of 1972. Stockholm Convention of 1972. It has been a platform for raising awareness on various environmental issues. This is correct. The theme for 2021 celebration is reimagine, recreate, restore. This is also correct. So answer should be B, 2 and 3. Right. So this is how we need to attempt these MCQs. Now lastly, some important captions and quotations from the first article. We are talking about biodiversity here, right? So with the novel coronavirus pandemic raging across our vast country, we must reflect on ways to rebuild our relationship with nature. Such kind of statements should be used in essay paper. Then preserving biodiversity is directly relevant to social, economic and environmental well-being of our people. Yes. The pandemic has exposed dysfunctional relationship between humanity and nature. Biodiversity is everywhere and we interact with biodiversity all the time in our daily basis, on our daily lives. Right. Such let's say specific essay topic related to biodiversity preservation is expected this year, looking at the pandemic situation that we are facing, need for biodiversity preservation and conservation. Such kind of topic, essay topic we are expecting. Okay. Yes. So these were important topics for prelims as well as mains examination. Try to take input, make some small notes regarding this and have daily practice of these MCQs on day-to-day basis. If you follow these lectures on daily basis, after 1 or 2 months you will understand the kind of important resources that you are getting from these analysis. For further information about the test series program of Luqman IAS along with the new batch of ethics module by Ansari sir is going to start. To know more about this, you can contact Luqman IAS. Thank you.
Live online classes are as effective as offline classes. Ethics with S. Ansari remains the best ever choice. Do you know that ethics paper is the only paper in general studies that pays more with less efforts? One can easily secure 130 to 140 marks. Luqman IAS is a well-established name since 2014 for ethics paper. We offer 3 types of courses: Ethics Foundation course, ethics case studies, and ethics test series. Since 2015, Lukman IAS students have maintained the records of securing the highest marks in this paper. Ethics Foundation course is starting from 21st of June 2021. Classes will be for 4 days in a week from 11 am to 1:30 pm. The course duration is of 60 days and the videos will be available for 75 days. There will be 43 classes, of which 35 classes will be focused on theory and concept building and 8 classes will be dedicated for case studies. There will be over 180 case studies and 3 tests. Since 4 months are left for prelims, one can easily finish the ethics paper before prelims itself, and it's a good opportunity. So why to wait? Contact us today for more information.